It's time to build a user list component. And there are a few steps involved in creating this user list component. First, I would like to create a component with basic HTML, then add a route, then call the GitHub API to get the list of users and render them. Let's see this in practice. I'll add a new file for user list component. I'll copy the code from this component and paste it here, make necessary modifications. Now that the component is ready, I'll go to my route configuration file. I'll add one more object here for the users list component. Save it. I can't see the users component here. The reason is I need to add a script tag reference in my index.html. Add a reference, save it. Here we go. Now I want to show the list of users here. For that, I'll be adding a controller for the first time. Here I would like to have a function. And I want to make it a controller. Copy this, add a property, and we'll be using a controller as syntax. So I'll go with VM, stands for view model. The next thing, I want to make a call to the GitHub API to get the list of users. I'll be using $HTTP, so I need to inject it. I'll make a call, get, provide the URL, and this will return a promise, so I'll resolve it. I'll have a response. In the success callback, I want that to be saved on the users object on the VM. I'm using VM, so I need to grab the handle, this handle. That makes more sense. Angular 1.5 has introduced lifecycle hooks. Let's use that one. VM dot dollar init. So as soon as the controller is initialized, this function will execute. Everything is wrapped inside on init. Save this. Let's see whether it is actually making a call or not. It is making a call and returning the users. Now it's time to render our view. So in this component, I'm using this template. So let's move this to a separate file. Cut this, use a template URL, and provide a path. This template doesn't exist now. I'll go ahead and create it one. Paste it here. I'll be using Bootstrap's list group class. Inside, I'll be using list group item dev. And then I want this to be repeated. I'll use the ng repeat. This should be vm.users. And I want to display vm.login. Save this. This should be vm.user.login, and still it doesn't work. I'm sorry, it should be only user. Here we go. we're able to see the names. Here I would like to have another div to show the image. I would like to use bootstrap image round class, and this needs to be evaluated. Put it in an expression. So this should be circle, and let's give height and width. So this is how our users list appears.